art of mass media is definitely not dead. And you're reminded of that very vividly being here in Cannes, seeing amazing creative work. You know, the 30-second story is still, extremely powerful. And of course, you can't opt out of TV. You may think you can in terms of recording and watching back later, but the reality is 86% of TV is still watched live in the moment. So people are watching traditional advertising, and you can't opt out of that. And for us, our 30-second TV spots are our most efficient and effective medium. And when we relaunched with the Winston Wolfe campaign, we got a 53% uplift in our effectiveness. We won an IPA Gold on the basis of that. And it's often forgotten that traditional TV and traditional media is still potentially the most powerful vehicle that a brand has. Hopping onto the latest zeitgeist purpose and cashing in on it, I think there's too much of that, and it is kind of sales promotion. It's not really purpose because, as I said, it's not really aligning what your brand brings with what's really needed in the world. So I think hopefully more brands will move that narrative on to being just, in general, more socially conscious, whether that's in casting or in scripts or in the benefits they're looking to bring, and sort of get off of the purpose drug when it's used in a trivial way. I think it's fair to say that the world is becoming ever more digital, but what's happened in the last 6 months, let's say, is it's been identified it's not a one-way street. Lots more brand safety issues, transparency issues, and so on. So I think we will become more digital, but we'll need stronger safeguards in place to do that. So we were quite happy to be the first to implement Open Slate with Google to head off some of those problems. So definitely more digital, but with more safeguards in place. Often there are future unmet needs that you'll never get from consumers. And so, what's the projection into the future that nobody can really tell you? Steve Jobs didn't do a focus group in his life. So we did this project, it was called Fleet Lights, which is about a future prevention story for insurance. We believe insurance will move into a prevention space, and we're really proud that we won 2 Lions for that on Monday night, and I think we're the only insurer to win a Lion in 20 years or something. But this was about something that consumers could have told us, and it's about using mesh network technology and swarms of drones to light the way for a consumer walking or driving, to deal with safety issues around bad lighting, particularly in winter months. So there's never a consumer in the world that would tell us that was something that they wanted, and indeed it probably won't be commercially viable for a little while. But brands have got to sometimes take those leaps of faith in the belief that it's going to be important in the future.